So what's that underwater sphere after all? Are ghoul whales actually real? Is Deacon a time traveler? Are the children of Adam slowly turning into ghouls? Is Dogmeat a synth? Ugh. There are so many theories that it can be hard to decide which ones to actually entertain, right? So today I will be listing my top 5 fan theories in Fallout 4, and then after, we'll be able to decide if they seem legitimate or not. Number 1, the Vault Boy is not actually giving you a thumbs up, he's testing to see whether or not he's going to die. See, apparently, there's a rule that was probably taught a lot more during, the 1980s, that in the event of a nuclear bomb going off, and you see that huge mushroom cloud in the distance, if you can hold out your arm and cover the cloud with your thumb alone, then you're a safe distance from that blast, and you won't be affected by radiation. Now, if the cloud is bigger than your thumb, what you need to do is then drop your hand, okay, turn around, and then pick up your feet, because if you don't start running, you're screwed. And from what we can see in the picture, it certainly looks like he's doing this. He even has his left eye shut to sort of better gauge that visual. And honestly, I don't know how many people wink and give you a thumbs up at the same time. That's just too many mixed messages going on at once. So this theory goes on to say that the Vault Boy is actually in far more danger than his smile would have us believe. Number 2, the sole survivor, the main character of the game, is actually a synth. And essentially this was sparked by Dima back in the Far Harbor DLC because, he asks your character this directly, if you know you're a synth or not, and it got a lot of people wondering. But really, let's think about this, okay? Generation 3 synths are being produced in 2227, and that's around the same time that you wake up to see Sean being taken away by Kellogg, and then you pass back out. Well, there's 60 years that go by until your character finally wakes up, so the thought is that during that time, the Institute took out your human body from the chamber, they imprinted your memories into a Generation 3 synth, they put you back, and then let what happens next unfold as you play the game. So essentially, you are the Institute's perfect test. They give you your old memories, right? You have a clear motivation, in this case it's finding your son, and then you go out to live your life freely, any way you choose. And if you end up joining the Institute, well, now you can replace Father and be the next director. Or if you join, let's say, the Brotherhood, you still prove to be independent in forming your own alliances, making your own choices, and you're thus the Institute's perfect human. They succeed either way. Number 3, will Nick Valentine eventually forget you? Okay, I'm sorry to bring this up. I know this is a bitter possibility, and certainly the people on Tumblr were not happy to think about this, but here's the theory behind it. Dima in Far Harbor, who now I'm really starting to think should just keep his mouth shut, mentions that Nick and himself, because they're prototypes, can only hold so much memory, right? It's like a computer whose, hard drive is completely full, and to make room for new files, it's going to have to delete old ones. Now, obviously, Nick has struggled with his memories for a while now, and certainly the Institute and what they did, that plays a big part in that. But let's take it a step further. At the start of Far Harbor, when you meet Kenji Nakano, you learn that him and Nick worked on a case together just a few years back. Nick's memory of this is very limited. He says that the details are fuzzy, that he has to be reminded of, what's going on, and then he even forgets Kenji's name. So the theory behind this one is that after years of traveling together, eventually Nick will forget all that you two have done together. Number 4, there was a vault specifically designed for cats, and it has finally been opened. Okay, so after the last one, I thought we needed something a bit more lighthearted, so here's what this theory suggests. In all other Fallout games, we don't see any cats, right? And in New Vegas, they go as far as saying that cats are extinct. Well, I did some digging, and apparently in Fallout 2, there was a little girl who used to own a cat, but apparently her mother ate it. Thanks, Mom. And with the exception of that story, in all of these games, which take place on the West Coast, never do you see any cats, until Fallout 4 comes out and they're all over the place. And not just in the vaults either, like with Ashes in Vault 81, there's wild ones that you can find while you're out exploring. So what this implies is that at the very least, 2 cats, male and female, were kept in a vault during the Great War, right? They got out afterward and then repopulated the East Coast with cats. Or, and this one is just a lot more fun, I'm going with this, that there was a vault specifically designed for just cats, hundreds of them. And of course they would then need a caretaker, right? Whatever crazy cat lady was willing to volunteer to do this. And once the dust had then settled, they could be released back out into the wild wonders of New England. So I think I'm much more set on that one. And number 5, Fallout 4 and Skyrim take place in the same universe. Yes, can you imagine? Now, I don't know about the same planet. Okay, that seems a little far-fetched, and certainly I haven't said anything far-fetched in this video as of yet. Certainly don't want to start now. But in the same universe, I think it's certainly possible. Here's why. Okay, I've got 3 reasons. Number 1, they both share the Nernroot plant. Okay, in Skyrim, it's called just that. In Fallout 4, it's an experimental plant. but they both look the same, they've got the same properties, both glow, and then both are found only by the water. Number 2, just recently in the Nuka World DLC, Oswald the Outrageous has shown us that magic is real. Okay, in Fallout, it's always been just about physical mutation from radiation, but now Oswald has magic abilities that allow him to turn invisible and then raise the dead. That's magic that is very familiar to Skyrim. And then number 3, the ultimate mystery has been discovered. Okay, all of Skyrim's lost sweet rolls have ended up in the Commonwealth. They're all over the place. Who smuggled them over? I've got no idea, but we know that it's someone who knows how to get from Tamriel all the way over to Boston. Okay, thus making the 2 locations in the same universe. And I'm totally cool with that. Now, the only beings in Fallout that could make that kind of travel are aliens. So, are they the ones doing all of this? Next time you play Skyrim, I suggest you keep an eye out for aliens. And there you have it, my top 5 fan theories in Fallout 4. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, please tell me, do you have your own theory about something, anything, in Fallout 4? Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I should probably go make dinner now. Man, I'm hungry. Wait, did I already have dinner? I can't remember. No, I must be a synth!